Hi, my name is Rod June, and I am the Chief Investment Officer for the Los Angeles City Employees Retirement System, also known as LACERS. I am very excited to bring you this video that discusses asset allocation and the decision-making process that leads to an optimally structured and diversified multi-billion-dollar investment portfolio. Asset allocation is very important to LACERS as it helps the investment portfolio achieve specific performance targets and, at the same time, minimize risk volatility. Let me introduce my Chief Operating Officer, Brian Fujita, who will explain and summarize the process that LACERS uses to construct its asset allocation policy.
Asset allocation is the foundation of LACERS' investment approach and is the single most important investment responsibility of LACERS' Board of Administration. It's a simple concept of dividing a portfolio among different asset classes such as stocks, bonds, and cash in order to manage the risk and return of a portfolio, but it requires numerous hours of discussion and deliberation to reach an optimal asset allocation. Asset classes generally behave differently from one another depending on market conditions. For example, stocks often perform well in growth-oriented markets, while bonds may tend to perform better in challenge market conditions. When a portfolio is diversified across different asset classes, it becomes less vulnerable to the ups and downs of the market, reducing the risk of incurring substantial losses and resulting in a smoother ride to achieving investment goals. The asset allocation process begins with defining investment objectives for the portfolio. LACERS asset allocation is customized based on LACERS' specific needs and circumstances, which are identified by LACERS board with the assistance of LACERS staff, actuary, and general fund consultant. Some of the main considerations that shape LACERS investment objectives are: 1. The average annual return required of the investment portfolio. This return is also known as the assumed rate of return and is currently set at 7% per year. 2. The tolerance for risk of incurring investment losses. 3. The long-term time horizon LACERS has for achieving investment goals. 4. The need for liquidity to pay for retiree benefits and the plan's expenses. And 5. The funded status of the plan and expected contributions to the plan. With an understanding of the investment objectives, LACERS General Fund Consultant, with input from LACERS board and staff, models various asset allocation options expected to achieve those goals. This process, called portfolio optimization, is a mathematical process that requires 3 types of assumptions about each asset class. 1. The expected return of each asset class over a long period of time. 2. The standard deviation of the expected returns, which is a statistical measure of risk. And 3. The correlations between asset classes, which is a statistical measure of how asset classes behave relative to one another. With these assumptions and specialized software, asset classes can be mixed together in a variety of ways to create portfolios consistent with LACERS objectives. Each portfolio is optimized to maximize return for a given level of risk. These portfolios also undergo stress testing and scenario analyses to further understand performance and risk under an array of market conditions. Viable portfolio options are presented to the board for consideration. The selection of an asset allocation is largely based on preferences. Each asset allocation produced through the portfolio optimization process will have distinct advantages and disadvantages. One allocation may provide a more than sufficient level of return but have more risk. Another may meet the risk-return objective but have slightly less liquidity than desired. LACERS board, with the assistance of staff and the general fund consultant, weighs each portfolio option carefully and determines the best fit for LACERS. Once an asset allocation is adopted by the board, it becomes LACERS asset allocation policy. LACERS board, staff, and general fund consultant then work to align the current portfolio with the new policy. As LACERS portfolio is 100% managed by external investment managers, implementation of a new policy includes activities such as structuring asset classes with investment strategies, creating risk budgets, hiring and terminating investment managers, and reallocating funds between asset classes. Once implemented, the portfolio and investment managers are routinely monitored against policy guidelines. As markets fluctuate, the portfolio is also rebalanced as necessary to maintain the integrity of the asset allocation policy. Investor circumstances and investment markets change over time. An asset allocation that was appropriate a few years ago may no longer be appropriate today. For this reason, LACERS board reevaluates the asset allocation policy according to this process approximately every 3 years. This ensures the Lacers portfolio is ideally situated to achieve investment goals and secure retirement benefits well into the future.
Thank you for watching this video on Lacers asset allocation. I hope you found it educational and useful. Have a wonderful day.